You are in the club. I am Sushant Mehta, back with the best from the world of entertainment. Special show for you today. We are celebrating the magic of Ajay and Kajol Devgn. Rare sight to get you together. Thank you for doing this, India Today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Firstly, I want to ask you, how many years has it been together? I mean, it's been a long journey for both of you.
Together, how many years?
We've been married for about 18 years now. We'll finish 18 years in February.
But you started dating earlier, and
yeah, so that's been about 21 years now.
Yeah, around
21 years. So I want to know about this partnership. You know, was it like opposites attract when you came together? I remember Ajay when he broke onto the scene. You know, Premi, Ashik, Avara. That long hair.
Please
and
sing some more.
Split on the motorcycles. You know, he was hot property then when Phoolo Kate released.
Still hot property.
Still hot property. What was your first impression of Ajay?
My first impression of him was, my God, I had a very bad impression of him. My first impression of him was horrible. His first impression of me was terrible. So it was really like, you know, who can hate each other more, literally. The first day I think we came on set and he was like really grumpy, sitting in one corner, wouldn't talk to anybody. It's like went on for like 2-3 days, would not talk to anybody, wouldn't say, you know, anything too much, or, you know, even if he had to come for the shot, it was just the dialogues of the shot and that was it. So I was like, my God, this guy is damn khadoos.
Only the privileged can talk to me. I'm allowed to talk to me.
And I think his impression of me, you can ask him, but I've heard it about 100 times over, so.
Yeah, I mean, my impression was vice versa. I mean, like, she talks so much, and as she said that I used to keep my chair far away and sit, and every time she spoke, I went further away. So that's how we started. Yeah, and it wasn't that there was any kind of attraction or anything. I think then you start getting attracted to the human being. I think that was the case with us.
Yeah, I think we became friends first.
Yeah, the person.
We became friends first. So I would cry on his shoulder and tell him, oh, you know, this has happened in my life. And Babaji would tell me, oh, this is what you should do. So we started off like that.
So he was like the guru in the relationship.
No, nothing of that sort. I mean, she started telling me about her life. I started telling her about mine, and became friends. And then, you know, that's how it started.
Finally, how did Ajay pop the question?
We never did. Nobody did. I mean, it was taken for granted. I mean, it just progressed into something else, and eventually it was when should we get married? It was like that.
It was like that.
Yeah.
So, and for actors, you know, going on your different journeys together, you know, Kajol, Ajay's been written off so many times. You know, I've asked him this before too. Throughout his career, you know, he's done so many different films. Even when he broke onto the scene, people said that, oh, what an unconventional looking hero. Hero jaisa nahi lagta hai. But he sustained himself for so many years. He's done comedy, action, drama, and now Shivaay, you know, completely different film. I don't even know what it is about. I'm going to ask Ajay. But firstly about Ajay, you know, being just a man on his own path in the industry, just a one-man army.
He definitely is a one-man army, and you can ask the whole crew of Shivaay about that and they'll all agree with you. But as far as his journey is concerned, I think the one thing about him is that he's been consistent in his acting. I think he's one of the finest actors that we have today. So I think he's kept his standard, you know, pretty much up there with every film that he has done, regardless of the director. I think that in itself makes him, you know, what he is today, is that when you go to see him in a movie, it's, you know that you will expect a certain amount and he will deliver, regardless of whoever's directing the film or producing the film or opposite him. So I think that's one of the most fantastic things about him. And as for genres, I think that honestly, he's probably the only actor that I know of that has done all the different genres and done well at them. Succeeded in them, made them do well, and they've made money over it. It's not that, oh, he's done a genre and it's not done well. So I think I honestly respect him for that. And now this is I think the highest level of one to be directing a film. And touch wood, I mean, the parts that I've seen of it have been amazing, really, really amazing. So.
But you think, before I come to Shivaay, there's also this perception that, Ajay never really got his due as far as, getting the respect from the industry, from the critics and everyone. Do you think, he's always...
I disagree with you on that point, because where respect is concerned, I think he is he is the most respected man in the film industry, whether you're speaking to a spot boy, or whether you're speaking to a producer, or whether you're speaking even to the audience for that matter. I mean, recently we went for Shivaay's promotions to the US. And it's the way people speak to you that convey their respect for you, and that is something that is just there, and that's something that he's earned over the years with his films, yes. But I think personally, with the kind of standing up for whatever he believes in, and just the way he is. So I think respect. I would disagree with you in that sense completely, but I know what you're trying to say. I know the point that you're coming to. I think he's had to work very, very hard for what he has. He's made it look easy, and not as much of a struggle, which I think everybody goes through. But I think, yes, definitely, he's taken a lot more risks. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ajay on Shivaay, as I said, it looks very exciting, and this is a very ambitious project by you. What is this film about? And the whole Shivaay angle with the tattoo on the back.
Every project is ambitious when you're making it. Somebody asked me yesterday, is it your dream project? I said, every project you work on is your dream project. And then once it's over, you wake up and the dream is gone. And then you take a nap again and you start another dream. So, you say ambitious, every project is ambitious. What it is about, it's basically a father-daughter love story, I would say. And I would say how it started also in my mind was what I felt. It's always the emotion which you go with and you work on a script. And the emotion was very strong that to what length a parent can go for the child, and how the child would respond to the parent given any time. So that is the basic, and then you weave this concept into a story. The story, I believe, should be as simple as possible. It's the screenplay which matters, and basically it's actually a father-daughter story.
And you've put your heart and soul in the film. I can see from the trailer.
Put it in every film.
I can see from the promos, and
it was a very tough film.
Big budget film also.
Big budget. I'll say it's a regular Ajay Devgn budget film. The difference is that
this time he was playing 3 roles.
No.
Actor, producer, and director.
No, the thing is that people are talking about, because of the visuals and because of the way it has been shot, they think that it's an over-budget film. It's not. Technically, if you have 10 rupees to make a film, 5 to 7 rupees are taken by actors, the cast, and the director, and everything. Here and there are only 3 rupees left to make the film. Here I put all 10 in it. So the pressures are not on the market. And that would be unfair if I put pressures on the market. So the budget is reasonable, but every penny is gone into the making of the film.
But as Kajol said, actor, producer, director, that's huge pressure as well, to produce it, act in it, lead it, and direct it.
Director I'm very comfortable with. Producer is something which puts pressure onto you, and I try to run away from it. I have a good team, so I
manage most of the time.
Yeah, I put on the responsibility onto them. But otherwise, yes, where timings are concerned, a lot of hard work. But otherwise, I'm comfortable.
Talking about Shivaay again, a lot of anticipation. This is the big Diwali release. Ajay, you've always, you go up against, as she said, you've always believed in yourself and, tread your own path. With Son of Sardar also, you went against a big film. Again, you're going against a big film. This is also huge pressure, isn't it, with a producer, being a producer?
Not. And I think you should rephrase your question. I am not going against anybody. I decided the release of the film the day I decided. At that time, nothing was releasing. So if somebody is going against this, it's not me.
Okay.
So I had decided this date, not to fight with anybody, because we had decided this last year. And it's fair enough if 2 films come and there's space for both the films, and let the audience decide, and the better one will work.
Well, Ajay, do you also feel a little isolated now? Because as I said earlier also, with so many run-ins with big production houses, do you feel like you've been isolated in the industry?
No, not at all. I think all my friends are with me, And
filmmaking is an isolated business. I mean, it's a solo one-man show.
Apart from that also, I have a lot of friends in the industry and they're all in full support. A lot of times I don't want them to come and speak outside because it just messes things up. So there is no isolation. And apart from that, I feel whenever I require, I will talk to them. Otherwise, right now I don't need any help. I mean, I can handle anybody.
Okay, and with your little finger. Okay, and Kajol, even for you, as Ajay said, his favorite performance of you is DDLJ. 21 years of DDLJ last week, completed 21 years, and absolutely epic film. But my question really to you is, when I see that Kajol's not been invited to the 20th anniversary for DDLJ, it's like you are the soul of that film, What is your
the soul of most of our films.
That's true. What is your reaction to that? You've literally grown up with these people. You did Adi Chopra's first film, Atya Chopra's first film, Karan Johar's first film, and as much as it was Shah Rukh's film, it was Kajol's film. Let's be really honest. I mean, everybody knows that. You were the coolest cat at that time. So, disheartened, disappointed with some friends?
I wouldn't say disheartened, I wouldn't say disappointed. I think I'm more mature than that. I think that's what he thought probably was the right thing for him to do. I didn't agree with that decision. And it's really okay. It was long back. I'm fine. I'm really, really okay with it. I mean, it's not that, it's just something that I'm, like you say, everybody has a point of view. We can agree to disagree on this point of view. And it's not going to make it any less my film.
But have you lost friends in that sense? With Karan also? Have you lost out on a friend now?
I think let's not get into personal questions right now.
Now I'm going to talk about, this season, there's been this huge talk, and the season has been of splits. We've seen so many splits, in Bollywood and beyond. What keeps your relationship going? I mean, we know that, every relationship goes through phases and trouble. But what do you think makes, couples stick together? And since you've had a long-lasting partnership.
Nothing. It's not very difficult. If you know the other person is right and both are right, then there is nothing to discuss about. Then you're together.
How do you handle trouble times? Because now we're seeing so many splits.
I don't see any trouble time. I don't have any time for trouble. I don't have any time for anybody. I care a damn. I'm concentrating on my film.
Okay, since we have both of you together, quick rapid fire for both of you.
I hate rapid fire. She'll fire.
But it's not the kind of rapid fire.
Hey, I do that every day.
You be rapid.
She's the pro. She's the pro. Okay, first question. So many years together. The best thing, one thing that you love about Ajay more than anything else, and Ajay, the same for you.
Rapid fire. I don't know. The one thing that I love about him. I can't say that there's one thing that I love about him. Like he said, I think all his imperfections make him the man that he is today. Wouldn't change a hair on his head.
Okay, and Ajay, for you?
Again, everything. But I think the most important thing is understanding.
Voice box?
She does understand every situation.
Okay, one thing you can't stand.
I thought he'd say mute button. It's like, yeah.
The only problem is she doesn't come with a remote control.
One thing you can't stand about him. Like one thing that irks you, that you want to change about him.
I don't want to change anything about him, honestly. I think, like I said before,
one thing she wants to change, I'll answer for, is smoking.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. That I'm like hell-bent on. I wish that's something that I really wish that he would stop.
Okay.
I hope I can, but I don't know.
And Ajay, for you, one thing that you'd like to change
my
about
smoking,
him?
my drinking. Listen, you'd miss me. अगर मैंने कभी मौन व्रत ले लिया ना तो देखना. You will be the first one to tell me that, baby, why aren't you talking? Baby, speak na. Say na.
That's what mom said the other day when you were in the US. She was like, काजल नहीं होती घर कितना खाली खाली से एकदम शांत रहता है. When is she coming back?
Okay, one complaint that the kids have with Ajay. That he works too hard.
Yeah. As the past 1.5 years they've been.
That he's not around.
That he's working too hard.
Okay, and about Kajol?
Kids.
Any complaint?
She's too strict.
She's very strict. Are you strict? Are you like the boss man?
Hitler.
You are a Hitler.
I am Hitler. I am like a combination of Hitler and God.
You should do an interview with my daughter for her.
Your daughter. I will be glad to do it. Okay, your favorite Ajay Devgn performance. This is a tough one.
My favorite Ajay Devgn performance. like I said before, I think he has a standard that he achieves in each and every film of his. But I think my all-time favorite is Company and Legend of Bhagat Singh. My two ultimate. But then there's Zakham also, and then there's Humdil also, and there's I loved him in Yumi or Hum also. And I know for a fact, I haven't seen Shivaay, but I know for a fact it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, yeah, so I have a little bit of trouble with that question.
Okay, Ajay, for you?
I think
Your
Yumi
favorite
or Hum
Kajol?
and Dilwale Dulhaniya.
Which one?
Yumi or Hum and Dilwale
What
Dulhaniya.
about Pyar To Nahi Tha?
Oh,
You're
so
changing your
all-
statement in
you-
every...
Yeah, you.
I like it.
Your performance is good in every film, so.
You're changing your statement in every interview. I like this very much.
Okay. Let's end with Shivaay. Your anticipation and, what do you expect? What are you looking forward to, the emotion that you have put in the film? How do you want to connect to the audience? What do you think?
The
when they
emotion
go-
I feel, I hope they come out with that emotion. Yesterday we all saw the film and they all connected with that emotion, and the reaction I got when I walked out of the theatre, everybody walked out of the theatre, so they had their head down, and because they had tears in their eyes, and they were feeling happy about it because it's not a sad film, it's an emotional film, and that is the reaction I want from the audience exactly.
And Kajol, for you, on Shivaay?
Let me tell you the reaction that I expect for them going in. I think that's a more interesting question. I really want them to go in seriously super excited to watch the film. I want them to go in thinking that, oh my God, we're going to see Shivaay and it's going to be awesome. I want them to go in and not think about how much the popcorn is going to cost and how much the ticket costs them. I just want them to go in with this awesome, really happy Diwali feeling, like, I'm going to celebrate my Diwali with Shivaay. Yeah. So.
Is this going to be the best? I wanna know
Yes. No two ways about it.
one. Okay, fingers crossed. But your best Diwali memory, and how does the Devgn family celebrate Diwali? You want to know for us?
For us, Diwali is the whole family together. Obviously,
Can I just say that?
Puja and
Let me just say that I hope that this Diwali will be a safe and noiseless Diwali. Just go on with that.
You're going to keep quiet this Diwali?
No,
Sorry.
that is a year-round phenomenon.
Yeah, so that's what we do. We look forward for Diwali after the puja, that the whole family is together and spend time together, and all the kids are together, and we all have fun.
I think that's the best way to spend Diwali. And if you want to have a great time at Diwali, please go check out Ajay's film Shivaay. It's in theaters, and I think he's put his heart and soul in the film. Thank you both for talking to us. And